Hi, good morning, and welcome to TGS Live. This is your opportunity to get in touch with TGS, find out what's been happening, speak to us, and ask some questions. It's been a pretty busy week for everybody, I imagine, but for us, we were at the Mindshop Advisor seminar, which had a lot of interesting stuff. Main takeaway is really thinking about your advisory performance, to think about where you are and how you can go to improve. We also took part in a Brussels binder seminar about being humble, it was called. So it was part of the Brussels binder, which is trying to develop more female CEOs and females in senior management positions. Now, the conference was super interesting, and it was a lot of interesting elements about being recognizable on social media and recognizable in meetings. I think we'll be doing a summary of that, a small version, and we may even have the presenter with us in the May conferences. Also, this week we've been filming. We had a film crew in the offices in TGS, so you'll see the results of that in April. We've been speaking to firms in the USA, in Austria, in Scotland, super interesting conversations. Marcella did her webinar on corporate social responsibility, so you can see that on the YouTube and on the hub. We also say goodbye to two interns this week, Josh and Katarina, who were with us for 4 weeks. You can read about them on the website. And the big thing that started was the TGS Total Quality Program. So you've all been sharing your information, and everybody has a meeting set to talk about their professional core competencies, to talk about business collaboration and communication, and to talk about corporate social responsibility. So for the team, that's an amazing amount of work, because with the 70 members, each member has 3 meetings. So you can just imagine how much work there is involved in that, but how much information sharing comes to us, and the reports, which will be published for you in June, if I'm not mistaken, will give you a lot of information and a radar about where you stand within the network and what you can do to improve your position. So it's a huge quality assurance and benchmarking activity. You can also read more about that on the website. Also super important was our Investing In series of webinars. And today we have Aparat Siripat with us to talk a little bit about the webinar that she held with us last week. I'm just going to let her into the conversation. Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, Aparat, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you, Andrew?
Very, very
You
well,
are
thank
looking
you.
great. Looking
Yeah,
great.
it's great. What time is it with you in Thailand just now?
It's 3 p.m. right now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
The day, and we're just beginning in Europe.
Wow. So good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we're live at the moment on TGS Live, so people can
All right.
questions. And I thought it was great just to say hi to you, because you were the first firm in TGS to host an Investing In webinar. So you did Investing in Thailand, obviously, because that's your expertise. And I just wanted to get a bit of feedback. We got some super good feedback, but I wonder, what did you feel about it? How did you think the experience went about your Investing In webinar?
Yeah, actually, initially when we came across this RCEP concept, we think it's going to be something pretty big for the region. So I really treasure TJ's initiative to have us talk about this country by country, because I think it's from different country perspective. Each of the country probably have points to say regarding the opportunity in such a country regarding this free trade agreement. And then we decided to go first. And I think it's really good in the way that I myself also understand the scheme even better. And also now we can see how interesting the opportunity may be, and if our client have the interest in investing in our region, I think we are happy to answer the question in a even more readily available information, let's say.
Yeah, thanks. I think that's really interesting. We had the same idea as well, because we'd read all about the RCEP initiative, and we could see some opportunities. But I think the more we talk about it with you, and the more we talk about it with members in Indonesia or Japan or wherever, we learn more about the opportunity. And I think for us on the professional side, it takes us a long time to see the opportunities. I think for our clients, it will take even longer. So to keep giving them the information. And in terms of questions that people asked during your webinar, what was the most interesting thing that came up for you?
Actually, I think most of the time when the client or even your client or our fellow professional firm think about investing in another country, there will be a lot of concerns coming along, like how easy, how difficult will the language be the big barrier, or something along that line. And I think the benefit of having a TGS network is that we have our fellow members who will be there for our clients. And anyway, if you are belonging to a TGS group, you have a certain standardized quality that you can feel at peace anyway. So I think from the discussion or the question that was being asked, I think most of the time the people who are concerned about how difficult it is, if they already have the interest in investing in certain countries, how difficult it is, and how can the TGS firm help them,
Yeah.
And I think for Thailand specifically, we have a lot of experience in helping the foreign business setting up their entity in Thailand. So I think this is a great question, and I think it's worth asking. And yes, of course, we are happy to help and make it easy for the people who are interested in investing in Thailand. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was anyone who asks me about Thailand, I always have no hesitation to talk about BizWings.
Thank you so much.
We know you really well, but I think after the webinar, it's even easier because it was very reassuring. I think for the people who were present, I think you were talking about as well, there was the language issue that people maybe hesitate and they think, this is maybe going to be difficult. But in fact, the breadth of services that you offer in this, it's very reassuring to hear that level of support that you get. So if
because
people want to get
you can imagine how scary or shivering it may be to do business in the country that you don't speak the language at all, right? Unless you have a very understanding partner and truly trustworthy that they are not going to do anything shady. I think that's big in the country where you don't speak the language, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely. Because if we talk about transparency, and there's a lot of that in our engagement with the Sustainable Development Goals and the United Nations Global Compact, you have to really trust the people you're working with, if it is a different language or a different country or a different way of working. And that notion of transparency is going to come with more sharing of information. And I think these webinars and the subsequent conversations we have and articles that we can post can help just open up to the information.
Yeah.
Great. I wanted to ask if anyone missed the webinar, how can they get in touch with you, Aparat?
Actually, I believe that TGS already put the video tape of the webinar. So if any of you missed it, I would encourage you to take a look. And then if you need further information or details regarding specific business or something that even deeper than what I already mentioned in the webinar, then please feel free to contact me. Like, I believe that my email address will be the most direct one. We always prompt in answering the email. So, please just feel free to reach out.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, Aparat, thank you very, very much for staying up.
Definitely. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. For anyone who wants to find out more, I'm going to put links in the comment section here so they can contact you directly. And I'll also put a link to the original video of the webinar and a link to the slides from the presentation that you gave.
That's really helpful. Thank you so much, Andrew.
No problem. Thank you very much, Aparat.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye. Well, thank you very much. That's all we have for you this edition of TGS Live. Remember, there will be links below for everything we talked about. So this live is just a bit of a taster. for what's going to be happening, you can reach out to Aparat, you can watch their webinar, you can download the slides, you can find more information about the Total Quality Program, more information about Mindshop, and more information about the Brussels Binder event that we participated in. So thank you very much. Remember, if you have any questions, send them to us directly. You find my email below, or you can post in the comments section of LinkedIn or comments section of the YouTube. We watch everything. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Ciao for now.